enough wind. Ugh. Hi folks, first things first, apologies for any poor sound or audio quality. I wasn't expecting to make this video and I didn't get a camera in time with us being on lockdown. Also, point number 2, I haven't had a haircut in about 2 months, hence why I look like Tom Hanks out of Castaway. Let's get started. You might be sat there wondering as to why a guy with a bird's nest for a haircut decided to sneak on the multi-billionaire's luxury resort. Let me explain. In March 2020, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club announced that they will be placing up to 550 members of staff on the government's new furlough scheme. Quick intro into furlough. The furlough scheme has been set up by the UK government whilst the country is under quarantine due to the current pandemic. It basically means the government, not the business who employs the worker, pays up to 80% of their salary, up to a £2,500 cap. The idea behind it is to keep businesses afloat so that those businesses who are struggling don't have to lay off workers and can divert essential cash into the business without having to worry about paying the workers. So when the crisis is over, the workers aren't laid off and go back into work. Come on, give me a break. 5 minutes. The scheme is expected to cost the UK government approximately £40 billion over a 3-month period, which obviously has to be paid back by the UK taxpayer. Furlough finished. This brings me to the English Premier League. As of the 12th of April 2020, 4 Premier League teams have decided to place non-playing staff on furlough. Those teams are Norwich, Bournemouth, Newcastle and Tottenham Hotspurs, who from this point on I will be referring to as Spurs. Liverpool did announce the decision to place non-playing staff on furlough. However, due to some backlash, they reversed that decision. One of those 4 teams, Spurs, made over £145 million from the previous 2018 to 2019 season and are currently the 8th richest club in the whole world. So why am I telling you all this? The person whose company is a majority shareholder in Spurs is a man named Joe Lewis. The British newspaper The Sunday Times lists him as number 30 in their 2019 rich list. Although the government is footing 80% of the staff wages, all 4 clubs have agreed to pay the remaining 20%. Although that means the taxpayer is still paying 80% of the staff's wages. One of the other businesses Joe Lewis does own is a luxury resort in the Bahamas, where I decided to try and gain access to see for myself how it is in 2020. Before I show you footage of how I managed to gain access in the residence, I'd like to address a few final points. Here is a map showing London's most deprived areas. The darker the colour, the more the area is deprived. Here is Tottenham. In 2011, the UK experienced national rioting after the death of a man called Mark Duggan. These riots started in the area in which he was killed, Tottenham. The timing of these riots couldn't have come at a worse time, with the UK prison service threatening to go on strike over pay disputes. During this time, I was in the final year of my 5-year service in the British Army. The Army trained some of my colleagues and I as prison guards, and we were placed on emergency standby ready to take over if the prison guards were actually to go on strike. In 2017, I actually visited the resort and had a package sent from there to the UK containing personal belongings, as well as my old army letters sent to me by my loved ones when I was serving in Afghanistan. That actually ended up getting lost, so yeah, cheers for that, FedEx. I really had no idea if I was going to gain access or not, so I just went to the gate and hoped for the best. I figured that if I sent an email to the help desk, I would at least have an email chain to maybe validate the claim that I was actually trying to go to the postal centre to see if my package had been returned to the point of origin. here to pick up a package from Purveyors.
Okay, what's your name?
Yeah.
You just let them know you come in.
Okay, thank you.
What's the last name again?
I just need to go to the postal centre, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Say it to me again.
I emailed her on Monday.
Thing is, usually once they grant permission,
Yeah.
they're supposed to let us know to the west.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that's where the cooking stuff is.
It's okay? All right, thank you very much. Have a good day. The place was absolutely magnificent and still undergoing development. It did make me really disappointed that the majority shareholder could also have a stake in a place like this, whilst asking the government to pay his lowest paid members of staff, who he should really have a duty of care over. I couldn't help compare how Mr. Lewis must live compared to normal working people in the UK that are furloughed and struggling, especially given that Tottenham is one of the most deprived areas of London. Out of curiosity, I looked at house prices for some of the places I was seeing in front of me and saw that residences started at $5 million. Resort accommodation at the place was $2,800 per night. On the other hand, the players of the club, who tend to be from more humble beginnings when compared to the owners, have given a lot. For example, Dele Alli supported a charity, Magic Breakfast. Danny Rose, another Spurs player, has donated to North Middlesex Hospital, which is a local hospital to the area. Manager Jose Mourinho has delivered food to local elderly residents, and Harry Kane has launched an initiative to help raise money for the National Health Service. It's hot out here, man. Time for a refreshment. Now, unfortunately, due to cutbacks, can't afford the moe. It's going to be none of that. But instead, you have to settle for the next best thing. I mean, personally, I prefer it. I've got a bit of a sweet tooth. Shout out to these guys. Right, bro.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, man.
Good. Lovely weather.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fortunate for some.
For us, we can't enjoy it like we want.
Well, I mean, you're still getting the raise. Hey,
Of course.
it's hard. I tell you what though, it is harder to work here than in a cold place because you're always like sweating, always like you're tired all the time, aren't you?
The heat is doing it to you.
Yeah, but it's nicer weather than the UK, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You can enjoy it.
Yeah, well, that's it.
A little bit, get a little.
Well, I'm trying to. I'm not quite on that level, but take care, brother. All the best. Lovely people. This place is a recording studio. Now, I'm by no means a communist. Definitely, if you work hard, you earn your money legitimately, you deserve to reap the rewards. However, what I do have a problem with is if you've got more than enough money, representing and supporting a community, and you take advantage of a population in a country of which you don't even reside. I don't know. What do you think? I'm annoying this Tesla behind me, man. Driving at what, like 6 miles an hour, he's dying to overtake me. Broke my selfie stick. Pool area. 7-decker houses. Don't know if you can see that guy crawling. I just wanted to record it, that's alright, because I saw you coming by and it's so beautiful. So I made some friends here. What are the names?
This is Charlie. And that's Blue.
And this one's who?
Blue.
Hi Blue. He's in the right place. He's called Blue. Hey, look at this water.
Yup.
Gorgeous. How old are they?
He's 20 and he's 18.
Wow. 18, it's a good age, hey. You go out to the clubs with me.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye bye. See you later. Look at that. In the Bahamas. Still can't escape a speed camera. I see you, guy. I see you. A dip in the water has got me looking like Hagrid and Medusa's love child. We're gonna go check out the gym now. It's pretty good. Don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there are tennis courts. See how many. As I toured the residence, I must say everyone that I came in contact with was really pleasant and polite. Just on the way out, there's a shop, cafe, post boxes, hair salon. Seeing that resort, you see that it's better than almost anyone anywhere in the world lives. And if you're someone like Joe Lewis, who owns not only that but multiple other things, or has a controlling stake, I'm sure you can afford to pay your workers their full salary, especially those in some of the most deprived places. I don't know if they're wild or what. Look at the golf cart is faster. But yeah, as I was saying, you can afford to pay your workers, man. Do the decent thing. Don't rely on the taxpayer. Hi folks. So on the day that I was due to upload the video, Tottenham announced, like Liverpool, that they would reverse the decision to furlough non-playing members of staff. It's thought that the major drive behind this decision was the backlash the board received from both supporters and players. Although the initial decision will have led to a loss of reputation, the U-turn shows a step in the positive direction for both the club and the country. Hopefully, the remaining clubs will follow suit. I made the decision to proceed and upload the video because I think it will be of interest, and also it shows that collectively our voices do matter and together we can make a change. A business without its customers can't operate, and a football club without fans is nothing. If you'd like to follow me on social media, the links to my Twitter and Instagram are down below, same as my YouTube, Marco Polo. On the final note, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching my video. If you did enjoy it, click like and subscribe for more travel and current affair videos in the near future. I'm Marco Polo. Safe travels. Guys, 1 minute. I'm trying to film.